Welcome to Slow Home. Too many people live in badly designed houses, and we want to change that.
This is day 98 of the Slow Home Project, and we need you to join us in our quest to evaluate the design quality of houses in 9 North American cities in 9 months. This week we are analyzing townhomes in Denver, and today we are asking everyone to continue posting townhouse projects to the site. As you know, the more data points that we have, the better the analysis is going to be.
Absolutely, because we want to draw a conclusion about what the housing quality is like in the Denver area, and we need as many projects as possible to get our statistics correct. So today we're going to be doing a which house should I buy segment, and I like those.
Yeah, I do too. So I've chosen one project, 2 different units within that. It's actually the Glenarm Brownstones, and there's 2 projects, one in Building 1, which you're going to see in a minute, is 1,778 square feet, and then in Building 3, a slightly smaller unit, 1,639. They're both 3 bedrooms on 3 floors with a roof terrace. If you look at go to the site and have a look, you can see that it's actually in a very walkable location. It's scoring 89 out of 100, so it gets points for location. Had great environmental performance. It's Energy Star compliant, which is really great, just like the project yesterday. And the siting, I think, is good. It actually has a site plan, which we're going to look at in a minute. And so I think the points, it gets the siting points. We went through the slow home test, and they both scored 18 out of 20, which is a really good score.
It's a very good score, so it'll be interesting to see.
That's right, but they didn't score it all on the same. The sum was the same, but slight differences. So maybe let's go through and we'll have a look, and then you can make your choices. Here's the site plan, and we've got one type of unit which is a little wider with a 2-car garage here facing south, so the backyards are there. And then we've got another block, the Building 3 block, which we're going to look at second, which is slightly smaller. And here the garages are there. They're a single-car garage, and they've got their living space there. They both have roof terraces, though,
right,
which takes out some of the orientation
north-south issues. Yeah.
And because it's Energy Star compliant, I don't think we have to be worrying about orientation.
That makes sense.
From anything else. So let's have a quick look at the big unit. I've consolidated all of the plans onto one sheet just so that we can have a look at it. And I think we both gave it organization points to both of the plans. I know that you've got a bit of a concern about the rotated stair.
I do have a bit of an issue with that. I think you made the point that you thought this was one of the ones where the angle is actually fairly well resolved.
I do,
and I do agree with you. It's just that the stair to me is I just personally find them to be space wasters, particularly if you look on the main floor where that plant is between the triangle. It just irritates me.
Yeah, and that was my first thought when I saw it as well. But then as I started to look at it and kind of got away from the bias of just the diagonal, as when you come up, you've got only a little bit of circulation space. I think what this is doing by doing that is it actually makes a good-sized living space. Now, what I don't like about this and where it didn't get points was in the powder room down here, right there off of the balcony. I think that's silly.
Yeah, I think the bathrooms are not great.
No,
if you
look
at the
here's another
bath,
one.
Yeah.
This diagonal, I think, is there because it's not designed properly.
Yeah.
This one is here to try and get the circulation into a point, and I think here it works particularly well, where that bedroom kind of folds out and it has that extra space. There's a nice sort of circulation zone into the closet.
Yeah.
So, anyways, it was the bathrooms that it didn't get point here, and also entry.
Yeah.
If we just look at that main floor, there's no closet, no storage.
But the kitchen and the dining and
everything else, it does really well.
They look reasonable. Yeah, I agree.
I think that's a great dining space.
I agree with you.
And particularly if you play a piano.
Yeah.
All right. So then, looking at the next unit, which is just
the narrower
one on the other side of the street. We've got. I chose the option where there was a bedroom on the main floor. It was also possible to have it as a
study
tandem
or a tandem garage.
Or a study. Here, I think it's got a better entrance.
Yeah, I agree. I like how it's connected to the garage in the back. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's actually a space for a future elevator there, which I don't think is really necessary, other than maybe from an age and place point of view. But there is potentially room for a closet.
Yeah.
Which it really does need to have.
Yeah.
So I think it scores on the entry. It also, though, does not have a good bathroom, I don't think.
No.
I think that having the guest bathroom there, between right opposite the dining room and the kitchen is not very
that's
nice.
a problem. And the study on the second floor is a problem too.
That's right,
I think
exactly. That's the other place.
because it seems
Just look
very
at whole-
ticky-tacky, you know?
that whole piece, and then to have a little desk there.
No.
The units are better than that. These are
Yeah.
actually really nicely designed units, and it's a great project, and that just is really out of character, I think.
Yeah, I do like the detail of the walk-in closet where you walk around the TV on the back bedroom. I think that's kind of a neat detail.
Oh,
I think that
here,
looks good.
yes,
Yeah,
that is nice.
I think that's actually
I-
fairly good use of
I
space.
agree, and I think it also, the sort of jutted out bay piece works. It gives you a little seat
Yeah.
that I think is quite nice. I think the living room is nice,
Yeah.
and everything else is working pretty well. And of course, we haven't talked about them, but both
Yeah.
of them have those nice
Upper
rooftop
terraces.
terraces.
Yep.
So the challenge, which one do you think? Is it building 1, the smaller unit, the one we're looking at right here, or is it building 3, the first one that we looked at, that it was a little bit wider? If you don't want to hear what we've had to say, turn off the tape right now. Otherwise, Matthew, what do you think?
I really think that the narrow unit, building 1, is the one I would choose. I think that the wider unit with that stair on the angle is a deal breaker for me. I don't think I could live in that. I think it would drive me mental, and I think that I think I could work with this one. And you know, there's some things about this that I like. The bathrooms are a problem. I mean, that powder room off the kitchen and the dining space, I think, is an issue. But for me, the stair in the other one is a deal breaker.
Yeah, for me, it's the study that's the deal breaker on this one.
I would just fill that in with
but you still have to
drywall.
walk around it like this.
I'd put up a piece of art and ignore it. That's what I would do.
I could do that. So I'm going to choose the other one.
You always choose the opposite one to me. You never choose
That's
the
just
one.
because I'm polite and ask you first
Oh.
who you want. Then it's the other way around. Okay, next week I'm going to choose first.
Okay, that
All right.
yeah, and then I'm going to choose the same one that you pick, just to show.
All right. Well, let's hear, who do you think's right, or more importantly, which one do you think and why? Let's talk about it. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.